California Motor Vehicle Fuel Broker Bond. What is the California Motor Vehicle Fuel Broker Bond? The California Motor Vehicle Fuel Broker Bond is a type of surety bond required by the California State Board of Equalization, BOE. This bond is essential for individuals or companies involved in the business of buying, selling, or arranging the sale of motor vehicle fuel in the state of California. It serves as a form of financial guarantee that the fuel broker will comply with all relevant laws and regulations governing the fuel industry. Why is it required? The primary purpose of the Motor Vehicle Fuel Broker Bond is to protect the interests of the state and consumers. By obtaining this bond, fuel brokers demonstrate their commitment to operating ethically and in compliance with state laws. In the event that a broker engages in fraudulent activities or fails to fulfill their obligations, the bond provides a recourse for those who have been harmed. How does it work? When a fuel broker applies for the Motor Vehicle Fuel Broker Bond, they must work with a surety bond provider. The surety bond provider assesses the broker's financial standing and determines the premium rate for the bond. Once the premium is paid, the surety bond is issued and remains in effect for a specified period, typically 1 year. If the fuel broker violates any laws or regulations, causing financial harm to the state or consumers, a claim can be filed against the bond. Upon receiving a claim, the surety bond provider investigates the matter to determine its validity. If the claim is found to be legitimate, the surety will compensate the affected parties up to the full amount of the bond. However, the fuel broker is ultimately responsible for reimbursing the surety for any amounts paid out on their behalf. Who needs to obtain the bond? Any individual or entity that engages in fuel brokerage activities in California is required to obtain the Motor Vehicle Fuel Broker Bond. This includes companies that buy fuel from suppliers and sell it to retailers, as well as those involved in arranging fuel transactions on behalf of others. Additionally, brokers who transport fuel within the state must also obtain the bond. How much does it cost? The cost of the Motor Vehicle Fuel Broker Bond varies depending on several factors, including the broker's creditworthiness and the amount of coverage required. Typically, bond premiums are calculated as a percentage of the total bond amount. In California, the minimum bond amount is $1,000, but brokers may be required to obtain a higher bond based on their fuel sales volume. To know more, please visit swiftbonds.com.